This video presents a brief summary of my study entitled On Always and Algates in Middle English Again, which revisits the historical development of the adverbs always and algates in Middle English. This study investigates how always and algates changed over time, focusing on two aspects. First, the overall frequencies of algates and always. Second, the addition of the s suffix leading to always and algates. In Middle English, the accusative form always remained dominant, while the s ending, probably of genitive origin, increased from late Middle English into the Modern English period. The word algate derives from Old Norse and also appears in both s and non-s forms. However, both algate and algates are now obsolete in present-day English. This study investigates the four forms: always, always, algate, and algates. The semantic differences among these forms were minimal in Middle English. The main corpus used in this study is METIP, which I compiled using early English books online. It consists of approximately 1.75 million words and includes printed materials from the late 15th century. As a supplementary corpus, I use the Middle English section of the Helsinki corpus. Towards the end of this paper, I also draw on Benson's edition of Chaucer's works and Carr's facsimile edition of Mallory for comparative analysis. The results show a clear trend. Always was predominant across most texts except in Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, Boyce, and Nicholas Love, where a notable number of algates examples are attested. Overall, the use of algates was rare in the 15th century. As for the addition of the suffix s, the s-less form always remained dominant in the 15th century, except in Mallory's Malt Arthur, where always accounts for more than 75% of the instances. The s form algates was more extensively used in Middle English. This is interesting, since the s suffix in algates is often considered to be analogical, arising under the influence of always. For Chaucer and Mallory, I conducted a comparative analysis between manuscript-based texts and printed versions, and found that editorial intervention was probably minimal, suggesting that printers did not significantly modernize the language during the printing process. To conclude, always and algates illustrate a case of stable variation in late Middle English. While always is more commonly used than algates, the addition of s appears to have occurred earlier with algates. A notable shift from always to always does not take place until the early Modern English period. This paper is downloadable from my homepage. Thank you for your attention.